it up again.
We both logged in on different computers, is what I think happened.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so we would like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Alive on Wednesday. We go live every Wednesday at 4 o'clock, and we have a great sale, some great prices on items, but we also have a surprise visit from Virginia Robertson. She is one of our favorite designers of all times, and I'm just going to turn it right over to Virginia so that she can show us what she's working on and what she has coming up in the near future for projects and demos and different things. Hi, Riri and Sharon and Laura and Terracotta and Joanne and Kathleen. Welcome, everybody. Okay. Hey, Ann. So I am going to turn it over to Virginia. If you have any questions for Virginia, just type them in and we'll get them answered. Hang on. I'm trying to figure out how to make you there you go, Virginia.
Okay. Beth and I had a long visit after the market bag, the farmer's market bag class Monday, and we kind of came up with some new ideas and some new techniques and things we're going to try this winter. And we're having a lot of fun, and some of this may even be a surprise to Beth because this is live. But I'm going to show you some of my ideas. We want to do some short Zooms, like just $10 or $15 Zooms that are where I just do a demo, but we're not going to sew together. We're just going to do demos and then do follow up. And the one I wanted to talk about first, before I get started on some of the other ideas to kind of get votes from you on what you're interested in, I'm doing the Zoom on Monday for the arthritis doll. And I've been making arthritis dolls the last 2 days, and here's a wall of some of the arthritis dolls. And I'm also, besides the arthritis doll, I'm going to be including an ethnic angel, which is all doll, and it can be ethnic. It can be like a fancy lady. We've got these friends done in silk kimono fabrics, and some of these. Here's the miniature arthritis doll. There's another little booklet that I did years ago called The Dreams, and it has a miniature arthritis type doll. A lot of the dweebs are the pin dolls, or you can wear them. They're like wearables or just little trading dolls or whatever. A lot of variety with the arthritis doll, and it'll be kind of our beginning doll making class. We're going to try doing a few doll making classes this year. I made a couple just yesterday and today, and I wanted to use some brighter, zippier fabrics. So here's one of the new arthritis dolls that I just finished. And in my patterns, I've had a lot of my use fabric for their hair and sometimes mohair. And I'm getting out the yarns. I'm having a lot of fun with the yarns. And here's a barefoot arthritis doll. Here's another purple one with the kind of a scarf. I think the more fabrics you can use in a doll, the happier it makes me. It's kind of like a scrap quilt, only a lot of scrap dolls.
But and they go together super fast. Tina wants to know, why do you call it an arthritis doll?
Because the joints here are they're stone, and they remind me when you have arthritis, and it feels like there's rocks or grit in your joints, in your knee and your elbows and whatever. And so I think one of my customers actually named it that. I started out doing it as a puppet, and the strings got all tangled, and the puppet wasn't fun at all. But I really like the floppiness of the doll, and it is like a rag doll. It's kind of a flat doll. It's not a real three-dimensional doll. It's just flat pieces, but it's really a good way to learn basic doll making. And I'm already changing the pattern again. I'm already wiring the fingers on these, even though they don't have articulated fingers like some of my advanced dolls. I'm wiring them now. So that's going to be something new. There's going to be several new things in the Zoom that are not even in the pattern. So just come to the Zoom. If you are coming to the Zoom, I'd like to see your fabrics and talk to you about the fabric, and then I'll do the Zoom on Monday. I'm gonna.
Just a minute, Virginia. So if you want to sign up for the class and you haven't signed up yet, just type in the comments that you would like to sign up for the arthritis doll class. It is $45 and it's a 2-session class. So it's meeting this coming up Monday and the following Monday, the 10th. So the 3rd and the 10th of February. And it's from 9 to 11. And it's via Zoom, or you can come into the shop if you want to.
Some of the kind of the goal of doing the doll making is getting into more experienced and more advanced dolls and having some fun with some of the dolls, like the fat doll or the Tabitha dolls, the Jester dolls. These are pretty much advanced dolls. That would be the goal, was to get into there, but getting into dolls with sculpted faces, articulated hands. Any of these kind of dolls, we can work our way up to these in the classes. And so we're going to see where that works. My dolls are more advanced, but I'm going to start with easier craft projects. And one of the other things I wanted to show you was some of Beth and I had some brainstorming about doing some short Zooms, and I'll show you some of those. You all know about the spam can, the sewing bird with the that we did. We even did a challenge last year using other cans and things. But doing this would be a good doll making class, a basic sculpting class. And of course, I think spam is kind of funny. So I'm teaching for Valentine's Day. I'm doing all kinds of the handy heart pot holder. That would be this pattern, the handy heart pot holder, and I'm preparing to do a class in Cortez. And so I've got, as you can see, I made about 24 of these heart holders, hot handy heart hip hot pads, but they're heart shaped for Valentine's Day. Here's the pink flamingos and the this is my favorite. It's the deviled eggs. Any kind of a conversational fabric is so much fun, just to take 2 or 3 fabrics and put them together. Here's some retro trailers. I love this one, the sushi roll with the kanji on the back. And the here's the chili peppers and kitty cats in the fall. The sunflowers, the roosters and hens, pot shards. I mean, it just goes on and on. As many ideas as you have. When I do it, I'm also going to be doing a demo on how to do the microwave bowl, which again is another hot pad. So I thought that would be a fun Zoom to do and get a 2-for-1 class. Another idea, Beth, I see what you think of this. What about doing the mini? Yeah, Lynn's going to demo the hot pad. Doing the color wheel. It's actually a little tuffet pin cushion, and this would be a fun little demo to try also. These are so popular. If you give someone one of these, they just love them. Another idea for a quickie demo would be the plant picks, Eleanor Peace Bailey's plant picks, and those are quite easy to do. And I would, if I did a Zoom on those, I would also include in the same Zoom, because the technique is the same, is the fabric paper doll concept is the same as the little birds are. So that was some of the ideas. We had a really good time. This is the bag that I demoed Monday on the farmers market bag, and as you can see, I did one out of cave, and it really turned out fun. Instead of just doing veggies like the pattern front, I did like a fashion bag. And I thought another follow-up Zoom might be the big red bag, which is one of my favorite bags. This one, I carry everything in it. I have worn these out. And this bag actually, if you put a hard bottom in it, like a piece of plywood, this will hold like a Singer featherweight sewing machine. So, and it'll hold a full quilt, whatever. It's a nice big pattern, big purse. So that's just a few of the ideas, Beth, and see what you think. Earth to Beth.
No, perfect. It wasn't letting me unmute myself. I think it sounds good. So, what we were kind of thinking, and you guys out there, you can let us know what you're interested in. But what we were thinking was doing like little mini classes with Virginia. So, we schedule them, and they're like an hour long. And Virginia basically does the demo because she's so organized. She has all the steps already pre-done to show you the different steps. So we were thinking about doing some Zooms via some demo classes via Zoom. So let us know what you think. Let us know what you're interested in. And if you haven't signed up for, Virginia has coming up the arthritis doll class February 3rd and 10th. And then she also has a quilt, a piecing class, which is it's called the Carpenter's Wheel, and that is going to cover a lot of color theory and a whole bunch of other concepts.
Yeah, a lot of technical things in that one. So,
Right.
And it'll probably be a 2-session class. I like to do the 2-session classes. I like to do the demo for the first class, let everybody sew for a week, come back the next week and talk to everybody about what they did and solve problems or whatever. Kind of like being in person, only not.
Right. Perfect.
But anyway, those are my ideas. And just do your comments and I'll read them. And Beth and I can talk and do some scheduling on what you want. If you have any requests of any of my other patternings, I'll be glad to organize a class of some sort.
Perfect. And Lindemeyer, for the class, the doll making class, you need to gather the supplies on the back of your pattern. So all of Virginia's patterns that she does classes on, the supply list is printed on the back of your pattern. You'll especially need template plastic to create your pattern pieces. I would say that's the most important thing for the doll class is template plastic. Okay,
and I'll also always at the beginning of the class, I talk a lot about the tools and supplies. I always start out with the tools and supplies, a discussion, because I'm always available for follow if you have any other questions, even after the Zoom is over. I want you to have a success.
Right. So if you girls, there's a couple of them that want the heart-shaped hot pad demo, but what you girls need is you need to order the hip hot pads pattern, and then we'll get that to you. That way you can get the supplies, and then Virginia will do the demos, very much like the chair demo that we posted, which is so step by step. That it's, I mean, if you can't follow one of Virginia's demos, I'm not sure what to do with you.
Well, there's always in person. We can make an appointment to meet in person.
Perfect. Okay, do you guys have any other questions for Virginia? Anita needs a hip hop pad. Do you guys have any other questions for Virginia before we let her go and we jump into our sale? Lucretia says the chair demo was good.
Oh, thanks.
Perfect.
It was fun.
Okay, Virginia, thank you for. Can we use Patternese for the pattern?
What is that?
Patternese is going to be like pattern. That fabric that's real thin that you can create.
We use template plastic. When we do this doll pattern, I use template plastic or cardboard, kind of a cereal weight cardboard, because we use our templates, we draw, then we sew, then we cut last. But we sew dolls because they're so curvy that we only do like 1/8-inch seam allowances, and it's too hard to cut them out and do an 1/8 inch along a raw edge. So we need templates that we can draw around.
if they don't have template plastic and they're not going to get to the store before Monday, they could use heavyweight cardstock.
like like a cereal box, that weight, something you can draw around. Some people use a folder, a for your filing cabinet folder, but that type of a cardboard.
Okay, perfect. And I'll send out an email to the people that are registered in the dog class after this, after our live. And then you guys can just let me know if you have any questions. But really, you just need to look on the back side of your pattern and collect the supplies on that.
And you're welcome to call and ask questions as well, or text me because I'm online. I'm on Facebook. I'm on the Fabric Chicks site all the time to sew along. So you're welcome to ask questions too. So
perfect. And Elaine says that the Dollar Tree has cutting boards that are good template plastic. Perfect. Connie, yeah, of course I have template plastic. You know I do. Connie, don't forget, I know you're staying on the 10th for the class, but it's also this Monday. So this Monday before you get here so that I can make sure you show up on the 10th. But I'll call you and remind you. I'll set an alarm to call you to remind you, Connie. Okay, Virginia, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Okay, bye, everybody. I'm going to go watch you guys.
Okay, Devin, are you hooked up for videoing?
Yes.
Okay, we're switching over to Devin. Okay, hang on a second. We're muting mine. Are you unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? No sound. Did you turn your volume back on?
Yes.
It's not on.
Yeah, comments take a second to come through.
Okay. Sorry, we had to. Virginia can only hear me through my laptop, but Devin films me through the iPad, so we had to do a magical switch there. So there was a time lapse, Devin told me. Okay, so welcome everybody. We have a lot of stuff to go through today. So we're just going to jump right on. If you're new to watching and you haven't watched before, you can call the number that's scrolling on the bottom and register. We do need your address and all that. I do have, if Donna Robbins is watching, we need your shipping address so we can send it to you. So if you ordered something from us, I have 2 boxes of people that have ordered from us and we have no idea where to ship it. So if you've ordered from us and you haven't received your shipment, it's probably because we don't know where to send it. But if you're new and you want to order something, we're going to show you a bunch of items just like this. Everything's going to have a tag on it. So S75 is $20. This is Chill is in the Air. S75 is $20. And it is a big panel. The panel is actually the regular size, like 2/3 of a yard for the panel. And then the rest of it is a go with it fabric. And you can make this the backing, or you can cut it off and make it a border, or whatever you'd like. They're normally $26.95. So today it's $20. S75 is $20. And you can, okay, call me, Donna, because we don't know where to ship it to. Thank you. S75 is $20 for Chill is in the Air. And we have enough of these for everybody. Some things we're only going to have a one of. So I will let you know if we have limited amounts. S47. Oh, I think Devin did this as a panel of the day, 50% off. So this is a Stephanie Brandenburg Braun Designs panel. S47. S47 is $6.99. S47 is $6.99. Connie, you did win the silent auction for the quilt and for the gray fabrics. S47 is $6.99 for the tree panel by Stephanie Brandenburg. all you have to do is type in S. S is you committing to buying it, and the number and how many of them you'd like. And then we're trying to clean up. So I found these ribbons. We have ribbons everywhere, boxes of ribbons. I know I always say that I'm trying to clean up, but then more stuff comes in here. So these ribbons are super special price for you guys today. They do have volleyballs. It's 10 yards for $1, but it's gross grain ribbon, but you can use the back side. So if you just want to add ribbon to your collection and you're stitching it down to something and you don't want the volleyballs, you can use the back side. So S121 is 10 yards for $1. 10 yards for $1, S121. Otherwise, we also have soccer balls, S120, 10 yards for $1. S120, 10 yards for $1. And you can use the back side for red if you want to sew this onto something. At 10 cents a yard, you could stitch them together, the two right sides together, and then you would never see the soccer balls. S120, 10 yards for $1. 10 yards for $1. Lucretia, do you want to sign up for the class, or do you need the arthritis doll pattern? I think we sent you the arthritis doll pattern a couple weeks ago. Oh, so hard to keep track of you guys. Okay, S121 is the turquoise. 120 is the red. Let me know if you don't put anything down. I'm just gonna assume you want 10 yards. Then we have this finisher 13.1. I don't know this. It looks like a marathon or something. Don't ask me because I would never run a marathon, but I would use the backside.
You run a marathon every day.
Yeah, that's true. Every day is a marathon here at Fabric Chicks. S119 is 10 yards for $1. Okay, perfect. I will get that. And I'll double check. We do have your phone number, I think, if we have your email. If we don't have your email, Lucretia, send me, call us with your email so we can send you the Zoom link. S118 is orange with softballs, but they're like glittery softballs. S118, it has glitter in the softballs. And then it also, that's what it looks like. So you can see the little balls, but they kind of look like little polka dots. On the orange, you can see the balls through it. Can you see it, Devin, where it's kind of a little bit see-through. And then that is it for the special priced, almost free ribbon. Okay, wait just 1 second. Don't worry. I do have some ribbon here as giveaways. We have some ribbon as giveaways because poor Phyllis is hopelessly behind.
Well, also does Sue, what panel does she want? She said, I want that panel. Which panel? The snowman or the...
Let me see where it came in at. I'm trying, Mary Lou. I'm trying to clean up. But it's like, as soon as I get like an area cleaned up, then 2 more van loads full of stuff comes in. Okay, Sue Acobe, let me know what panel you want. I want that it's in between, it's in the 47, so I think it's the front panel.
It's S47.
I think it's S47.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
I'm useless today.
okay. Okay, so we are gonna find the
Where's the cup?
here's the cup. So we're gonna find in our clean little space here. We've got ribbons. We're gonna find three winners.
Those are the blank ones.
Oh, those are the blank ones. Oh, somebody put all the ties in there. I don't. Devin, did you do that?
No, he didn't.
That seems like a Becky thing. Okay, here's a few winners here. Okay, we have Mary Lou and Victoria M. Mary Lou, Victoria M. Devin just brought me a pin cushion so I'd have pins, but what did I do with it? Oh, it's one of those days here at Fabric Chicks. Okay, Mary Lou, Victoria M, and Victor. So if you want to get your name put into the special pre-name your names are already printed on here. All you have to do is share and like our page. Thank you for all of you who did share and like it, because we appreciate it. We need it. We need for everybody to share with all their friends, all their aunts and uncles and cousins that sew, anybody that sews. Okay, let's see if they're here. Victor's here. Connie Wiggins wants the tree panel. Carolyn wants the hip hop pad. Victoria, I don't see her. Mary Lou is here. Woohoo! Mary Lou, Victoria, going once, going twice. Let's see who the next winner is. I have Anita. Okay, I want to know what you guys are gonna do with these. All these ribbons are like at 16 inches, but there's a whole bunch of them. I don't even know how many are in here, but a whole bunch of them. So I want to know what you guys are doing with these ribbons that are 16 inches. You could tie them on the banners, like the banners that we hang. Those with a cute in between. You gift bags, hair bows, you know, all the drill. Okay, let's see. Hang on. We're gonna do an auction while we wait for Phyllis to not be overwhelmed.
Can I call in sick?
No, you're already here. Okay, we're gonna do a few auctions, and we have the silent auction on Fabric Chick Stitch Along has closed. So if you haven't joined Fabric Chick Stitch Along, just request. It's a private Facebook page, but that's where we do a lot of crazy stuff. We're going to be doing a lot more silent auctions. We already, Doris, you might have to help Phyllis. We already have a bunch of creative memories blocks that cut paper like in different shapes. We have a bunch of creative memory stuff on the auction that will start Friday morning at 10 o'clock, and then it will go through Sunday evening. So make sure you get in and check out the silent auctions. There's people are getting a lot of good deals. Tie them to bag zipper. Oh, that's a good idea. Phyllis doesn't get vacations. She's actually leaving. I think the end of April is when she's taking the train ride. Okay, we're gonna start this auction at $5. S1081 1081. We've got a ton of creative memory stuff. This looks like it is
Most of them are
16 inches of that kind of shabby chic fabrics. These are some pretty big scraps. They're great for applique, great for, oh, look at, I'm making a quilt with, these are Kathy Holden's fabrics. I'm making a quilt with that right now. Great for scrappy hearts, great for landscapes, great for appliques, or if you're using the scrap tape. And tune in because I am, so upstairs, I really was cleaning and moving things around, like moving big things around. So hopefully we can, you know, once you move into a place, we've been here 5 years. So now it's time to move things around to be where we think they should be. So we are going to, so this auction is starting at $5, S1081, but I had a whole bag of little scraps. So I put them into a basket and I decided like once a week, I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to sew that bag of scraps. That way it doesn't get overwhelming because fabric is not cheap. What are you going to do? I know, Stephanie, I'll call you again. Slow stitch pouches for the ribbon. Oh, that's a good idea.
There's got a lot of ideas out there, so you'll have to write them down.
You could sew them on a wash away stabilizer, like lay them all out and sew them kind of like they're doing the selvages, and then create a whole bag out of the ribbons. That would be cute too. I know, terracotta. I'm right there with you. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. I know. Suzette, I know. I was trying to wait for Devin to move it. He moved stuff one day, but last night I did move a couple of things, but I really was very careful and, you know, trying to bend with my knees instead of my back. Okay, 1081. Okay, clean it up. It's Elaine's for $5. Elaine, that is the deal of the century.
okay. I think I've got it.
Okay, Elaine is $5. And here, I'm just gonna pin this. Make woven pockets for stuff. Oh, that's a good idea too. Okay, so we are getting on with the sale. This one I only have one left. We did this on Monday. So there's only one of these Easter panels left. S76 is $20. Spring is in the air. S76 is $20. It's another one of those big panels. You could just do the panel and put it onto a door if you live in a like a retirement community and you guys all, or an apartment. You could hang this on the outside of the door. S76 is $20. S76 is $20. There is only one of those left. And
Not anymore. It's gone.
okay, it's gone. Kathleen, you got one on Monday.
Oh.
Kathleen, do you want two? Because you got one on Monday, I'm pretty sure. Let me know if you want two, because I'm pretty sure you were one of the two that got it on Monday. Here's a new panel we just got in for those of you that loved covered bridges. S42 is $12. S42 is $12. This would be great to keep whole in the center of a quilt and then just do like 9-patch blocks around it. You could turn this into pillows. You could do some of the landscaping techniques and do dimensional trees. Dimensional trees I think would be really cute on here. You could embellish them. You could do some like Angelina or some other stuff in the water down on that bottom one. S42 is the covered bridges. Each one has a barn block. Those blocks are called barn blocks. You can find them all over the country. But so if you're into the barn blocks, this is a great one for you. Just a fun panel. S42 is $12. You can make a tote bag with it. We have a couple of these left over from, well, let me find, I'm going to wait till we find the rest of the stuff that goes with this. Okay, Kathleen. And we have a special on batting. Upstairs I found some, a bunch of these lap size, so 60 inches by 60 inches. S41 is $14. This is 80-20, so 80% cotton, 20% polyester. This is what most people use. I prefer the bamboo just because I like bamboo, but most people, the most common batting used in quilts is the 80-20. S41 is a 60 by 60 lap size for $14. S41 is $14 for a lap size 80-20 cotton batting. Oh, well, welcome, Lynn. Okay, let me see if I can get to here. We have misters, if you guys need misters. A lot of you like to keep water in your misters instead of putting water in your iron. This is the one of the best misters out there because it shoots your water out evenly in an even spray, as opposed to like the pumps that come on your starches, your best press and such. Those come out and they're more of spurts. So this is just a fine spray. So if you need a mister, S38 is $9. A lot of people are also using these to mist their plants. So if you need a mister, this is a great mister. S38 is $9. And then we have a fun trim. S51 is $4.95 a yard. And it is about a little over 2 inches. A little over 2 inches. S51 is $4.95 for a great trim. It's about a little over 2 inches wide. If you're new to watching and you want to order anything, you just type it in the comments and we will get it into your baskets for you. If you're new to watching, make sure you give us a call so we have your shipping info. And Mary actually came back today to shop again, but they were in here for like 2 hours yesterday shopping. They had so much fun. Okay, here is a patriotic panel that we have. We only have about 4 of these left, maybe 5-ish. S71 is $13. Patriotic is starting to come in again, so it's time now to get ready for your
2026 will be 250 years old.
Oh, the United States of America will be 250. That seems like so old.
That's a year away. So we can
Okay,
start
so
now.
get your patriotic stuff on because we're going to be 250 years old. S71 is $13 a yard. We do have Go With It fabrics if you want. If you ever see anything and we're just showing you a panel, we didn't get the Go With It fabrics out here. We should have, but we do have a kit also with that. If you see something that we show you and you want to know if there's other stuff that goes with it, you can always just give us a call. We can always FaceTime you and do a private tour, or we can throw it on the next sale that we have. Okay, here is something that we've had in the shop for a while, but we have never shown it. So this is pre-made bias binding tape. So it's pre-made bias binding tape. And what it says, to determine how much bias you will need, add the width and length of the quilt together, multiply by 2, at least 12 inches for turning corners and overlapping at the end. So it's made to do bindings. It's bias tape pre-made for you. S100 is grunge blue. It's a blue and it's $2 a yard. You can see it's already ironed for you. So basically you can just sew this onto a garment or a quilt or a tote bag, anywhere you need binding. This is bias binding pre-made, and we have it in a grunge blue. S99 is a red. S99 is a red. S98 is a purple. S97 is gray. S90. Oops, this one is, must have got caught in their machine. So we'll cut that. Will just be like a bonus. It will start right here. So S97 is a gray. S97 is a gray. S96 is a grunge tan. S96 is a grunge tan. So if you need bias binding, this is great. You don't have to sit at your iron, cut it. I know a lot of you bias bindings are kind of confusing. So if you're doing something with a scallop, this is great because you do have a little bit of give there. So S95 is black grunge. S95 is black grunge. S94 is a beautiful green limey color. S94 is a limey color. S93 is a grunge purple. So I think these are the Bella Basics from Moda and the Grunge Basics from Moda. S2 is a blue. S92 is blue. S92, they're good for pot holders, Ann says. How wide is the folded bias binding? Before it's folded, let's see. I'm going to say it's probably 2.5 inches just because that is kind of the standard. So
Folded.
2 3/4. It looks like it measures 1 7/8 folded. The yellow measures 1 7/8 folded. S91 is for the yellow grunge. S91 is for the yellow grunge. Yeah, I would say 1 3/4-ish. Bella Basics here is S90. It's got a little bit of a pattern. S90 is for the royal blue. S89 is ivory. S89 is ivory. And is the bias tape always $2 a yard? No, Suzette, no, it's not. It's normally $2.19 a yard. Yep, they're marked $2.19. So you're saving 19 cents a yard. I'm not really that smart, but it is 10% of $2 would be 20 cents. So you're saving about 10% today. S104 is yellow with a little bit of movement. S104 is a bright yellow. S103 is a black with a little bit of movement. And when I say that, I'm just going to show you what the regular black, the solid black looks like next to it. So S106 is the solid black. And then 103 has a little bit of movement. 103 has a little bit of movement. And then 102 is Moda Grunge Red. Moda Grunge Red is the, and if you ever are distracted, you have to go fix your husband his dinner, or a neighbor comes knocking, or you miss any of this, you can always go back and rewatch it. We honor these prices through the weekend, so you can just comment through the weekend and order anything you want. S101 is a blue with a little bit of movement. And then I think these are the same too. I think they just shorted us on one bolt, so they sent us another bolt later. So 109 and 101 are the same. So that is the bias binding that we have in the shop. That is true. Better than the 10% discount on the bias is the time you are saving. Exactly. Exactly. Here, I'm going to put this one on this one so we can finish this one first, because those are definitely the same. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So, for sure, it is a time saver. And bias binding, you waste fabric when you do bias binding. So, it's kind of a catch-22, what you want to do the most. Okay, so what do we have next? Oh, we have a few more ribbons. I'm going to hold off on this for a minute. I can see Phyllis is madly writing down stuff. Okay, so we have a new fabric line, Americana fabric line that just came in. This is the panel. S86 is $13. S86 is $13. It says red, white, and bloom. Red, white, and bloom. So that would be cute in, your front porch. A little patriotic, but a little flowery too. Okay, perfect, Suzette. I know, Kathleen. Devin said the same thing. He was not a happy camper when I kept bringing stuff in for him to put numbers on. S86 is $13 for the panel. This is the fabric line. So if you do quilts of valor, quilts for soldiers, quilts of anything, or if you just like patriotic fabrics for your own self, S087, this is at $12 a yard. This literally got unboxed today. $12 a yard. 1 yards are $60, half yards are $30, fat quarters are $19.50. And then we have the flags, S85 for the blue background, S85 for the blue background, S84 for the black background, and S83 for the white background. And those are cute little flags with stars. The stripes, S81 is the blue stripes. S81 is the blue stripes. I wonder who's at the door. S82 is the red stripes. S82 is the red stripes. Move the gate. Don't try to step over it. She stepped over. Oh goodness, you girls just never learn, do you? Okay, the collection is S087. You could do a 3 1-yard quilt with that if you wanted. There's a lot of things you could do with that. It's just a great patriotic fabric line. S87 is $12 a yard for the fabric if you get the collection. Oh, Charity, you can always go back and rewatch it. I know it's not as fun, but sometimes if you miss it, you just got to watch it later. Okay, S77, we had this one on the sale the other day, but Rhonda posted a super cute little baby carrier. You put the little baby in it, and super cute little pattern that she made with this. But we also thought it would be great for like a vest or a coat. It is, it's fleece, but if you look at it, this is the wrong side. And a lot of the girls that were here looking at it, they decided that if they were going to make a jacket, they would use the wrong side.
That way the fluffy sides on the inside to cuddle you.
Yes. So, and it's a little bit crisper. So if you wanted to do a vest or something, this would be super cute, and you wouldn't have to line it because both sides are like, you really can't tell what side is the right side or the wrong side. It's personal preference. So S77 is $12 a yard. S77 is $12 a yard. Okay, that's fine, Jenny. Just get back to us before Sunday, because Sunday's when we take all the numbers off. We have a cute little bias trim. This is crocheted edge bias tape, and it is $3.25 a yard. So it opens up in here. You can put whatever your unfinished edge is in here, then close this around, top stitch it, and you have that cute little finished edge. So if you're doing any hearts, or you could put this on the pot holder. There's a billion and one things you could put this on. It's biased edged binding. Wait, what did I say? Bias tape. It's bias tape crocheted edge. So S79 is $3.25 a yard. $3.25 a yard. And then we have this chenille rickrack in kind of a rusty color. Chenilled rickrack. S80 is $6. Oh, Devin said $6.45, but I'm pretty sure this says $1.45. So
I couldn't read it.
Devin's trying to get like his employee new shoes or bonuses or something. $1.45 for the chenille rickrack. S80 is $1.45 a yard. S80 is $1. Judy, how? Well, you have to let me know how your appointments went. Okay, S80. I don't know why my girlfriends are texting me like they don't know that I'm live. Sometimes they should know my schedule. Okay, this is the hot hammer I demoed with this the other day. I do love this because it's one of the few tools that I do use a lot. Like if you're making curtains and you need to hem it, you can just lay your fabric on there, take it up to the 1 inch, the 1/2 inch, the 5/8, the 2 inch, whatever you want to hem or turn over. Then you just put your fabric over the ruler and you iron it, and it gives you the crispest line. So I do use the hot hammer a lot. S74 is $37. If you don't have one, I suggest you get it because they just keep going up in price. So S74 is $37, and that's for the wider one. But I think if you're going to buy one, I would get the wider one because you can use all sizes. S74 is the hot hammer. This is a new tool that we just got in. It's for marking. It says super size 5-in-1 sliding gauge. So you can use this to increase or decrease your patterns, or if you wanted to do a circle, this is great for circles. S73 is $19. S73 is $19. It can be set in 1/8 inch increments. It says spacing and marking. Super size gauge is ideal for sewing, quilting, and home decor. Spacing and marking, buttonholes, seam allowance gauge, hem gauge, compass, T gauge. So we personally got it so that we could do circles for if you want to do reusable bowl covers, or even if you were doing pumpkins and you needed a circle. There's just a million things I think we'll be able to use it for. I haven't actually tried it yet, so I'll let you know. But if you need it in advance, S73 is $19. $19. And let's see. S72 is $39. We only have a couple of these left. They just came in. These are the 10-inch tiles or the layer cakes. There's 40 of them in here, but it has all the Valentine's go with it fabrics that a lot of you got the panels for. I don't know why this came in later, but it's got all the different patterns. So if you want to do something Valentine's-y, I know Anne, I don't know if Anne's posted it yet, but she took the panel and sewed it into a quilt and then put chenille in between the blocks. So super cute, fun fabrics, Valentine's-y. S72 is $39. Janet Wicker Frisch, vintage Valentine's, all my heart. S72 is $39 for the layer cake. $39 for the layer cake. And we have this cute panel, and it makes all of these little guys. So cute little stuffed toys. Hang on a second. Devin asked me the other day, he's like, Mom, why do I even bother with stuff? Because you always redo it. Okay, let's do $9. S88 is $9. S88 is $9. And it makes all of these fun little toys. S88. Oh, perfect, Anne. And I think we do have some of those panels left. If anybody needs the quilt that Anne just posted in the stitch along, we have those panels left. We have a few of them left. S88 is $9. You could cut these out and then applique them onto a quilt if you wanted to, but I think they're perfect for just little pillow-sized toys. S88 is $9. S88 is $9. And then we have this chenille ribbon is brand new. It's 34 inches. I think they do it in meters, not in yards. Although then I think it would be 39. But most of these that I measured were about 34 inches. S39 is $9.95. S39 is $9.95. And it's chenille with a little metallic embellishment in the center. S39 is $9.95 for the piece. It's about 34. It's between 34 and 36 inches wide or long. S39 is $9.95. I think it'd be super cute to applique onto a boy quilt for sure. S39 is $9.95 for the 34 to 36 inch length of trim. And then we have this, if you're into bedazzling, this is what a quarter yard looks like. So you can get it in the different sizes that you want. S40, it's $8 for a quarter yard, which this is a quarter yard. And you can cut it. It cuts real easy, like right here in between the links. So you can just applique it onto a purse or whatever you want. S40 is $8 for a quarter yard, $16 for a half yard, or $29 for a 1 yard piece. So if you need to add some bling to your project, this is perfect for that. Can you cut them apart?
I've already.
Yes, Suzette. Suzette, you can totally cut them apart. What?
Already gone.
No, we have more of them.
We have more?
We have more of them.
Oh.
I think we have 9 of those. Okay.
Did you number these, by the way?
Yeah, I did. I numbered them when you weren't looking because you'd already told me we had to stop.
Oh, well,
S40 is a quarter yard, so this big of a piece is $8. And it is super blingy. You can put it onto a baseball cap or anything you want.
You numbered them with those numbers, though?
I numbered them with the numbers you had up here
Okay.
left over. I put them on the sheet too. I did everything I was supposed to do correctly.
I did not put mine on the sheet. I was a bad girl.
Wow.
I couldn't see the sheet.
S78 is for fabric stiffener and draping liquid, A-Lanes, premium quality. For shaping and stiffening fabrics. I got this so that I could make some of Virginia's fabric beads that she demoed on one of the demos. I think she demoed it on the bird pick or the bird, when the stuffed bird demo. So I've got this. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. It does say that you can add water to it, but then the drying time would be longer. But so I haven't tried it yet, but I want to. I got from the bar a bunch of plastic straws because I went to the store and the only straws grocery outlet had was paper straws, and I wasn't even thinking about it. So I now have 8,000 paper straws. So if anybody needs some paper straws, you're welcome to them. I can put them in your package and send them. Because when I add the fabric and then the glue and water, something tells me it's going to be a hot mess. S78 is $9 for the fabric stiffener. $9 for the fabric stiffener. And then we have fast and tacky glue. For fabric, flexible bond, dries clear, non-toxic. S36 is $3. S36 is $3. S36 is $3 for a tacky glue. Fast and tacky glue. I personally, I have tacky glue like this big upstairs. I should just throw it away because every time I go to use it, it's dry and I can't get it to work. And then I don't know. I don't really know because in my head I think I should throw it away, but something tells me I probably didn't. So I've decided from now on I'm buying smaller glue because it always dries out. Okay, so I have a few of the 10-minute table runner kits left. I do not have this purple one. But just for demo's sake, this is a super quick demo for you. Basically, you're going to cut your batting, if you want batting, and your center, and then layer those. Then you're going to take your outside fabric, and which is bigger, it says it in the pattern once you cut it, you lay the bigger piece down. You put this in the middle, you fold the sides over so that this lays in the center. It literally goes together super quick. And then when you sew it together, it flips around the way you sew it. It flips around like this. You sew this edge. You just put those two edges together, sew this edge. Then when you flip that, it makes these great little corners. And it says the 10-minute table runner. I would say it's the hour table runner. And then you just top stitch this down. So you have a cute little table runner. We made a super cute one, but then Ann bought it for a taco party. So we made it out of this. So if you take the 10-minute table runner and cut it in half, you can make 2 of these little placemats. So with this, I know this is kind of confusing. This is one that's made and they didn't use any batting. So you don't necessarily have to use batting because it's cute just the way it is. 2 pieces of fabric. Literally, it's about a yard of fabric, like 3/4 of a yard, 3/4 of a yard and a 1/4 yard or something. Super easy. Goes together if you're looking to get gifts done before Christmas. And I can do a real demo if you want. But I was just cleaning up the shop and we had these kits. So I thought, I'm going to put these kits out in case you guys want them. So the directions are in here. The directions are in here, but this is the one that with the Mexican beers. And I did put tassels on the either end. So if you want the Mexican beer 10-minute table runner kit, S46 is $15. S46 is $15. Okay, Judy, I'll do the demo again. A table runner for each month. I know it would be a cute gift to give somebody, and you probably have fabric in your stash to do. Here's a cute little Christmas one, S45. S45. So Kits, $15 table runner kits. You can add batting to them or you don't have to. Either way, if you want to take the cuts and cut them in half, then you can create this cute little placemat. So you could get 2 kits for $30 and then you have 2 placemats and a table runner. So that is, I will, Judy, I'll do a demo on it. Let me know when you're going to be watching. And I'll schedule it for that. Okay, here is a fun little flannel panel, S61. I have this project. I was making a sample. I have it upstairs. It's on my to-do list at this point. It's so close to being done yet so far. S61 is $8 for this cute little panel. I cut it all apart, but you don't have to. You could do something much simpler, which is a little bit advisable at this point in my life. S61 is $8 for this cute little panel. S61 flannel. And then we're going to show you all flannel for the next little bit. So we have S68 is $12 a yard. S68 is $12 a yard. The Remy Hair is free. S68 is $12 a yard. S66 is $12 a yard. S67. And I do, if you're doing any wool projects, I mix in flannel quite a bit because wool's a little bit pricey. So I do mix wool and flannel into the same project. So a lot of times I'll use the wool as a background and then I'll use the flannel as a background and then the wool on top of it. So those are flannel. If you're going to do flannel pajamas, we've got these great, I think it's directional this way. I saw a bird. Yeah, there's a bird. Although that one's upside down. Maybe I'm upside down. I can't tell. No, because that one's, okay. The birds are going every which way. S65 is $12 a yard. These ones I think would be cute pajamas. So if you're getting ready for Christmas for next year, you can make all the grandkids pajamas now. Just make them a little bit bigger than what you think they're going to be. It's always better to have pajamas a little bit bigger than a little bit smaller. Or even you could do shorts out of flannels for pajamas too. S62 is a great stripe. Those two go together in case you need 2 fabrics. You do one leg, one color, one leg, the other color. These 2 I used and I did a receiving blanket, a self-binding receiving blanket, S63. And then I bordered it with S64. S63 is the foxes. S63, these are art gallery flannels. $12 a yard. S64 is what I used to border the self-binding baby blanket, like a receiving blanket. S61 is the panel. And then we have some more flannels. So we got some special $8 a yard flannels. Those are some brights. S60 is $8 a yard. S60 is $8 a yard. And then S59. S59 is just a great mottled with a solid with a little bit of movement. S56 has great circles. S56 is $8 a yard. S56 is $8 a yard. And then this one is kind of a bright orangey color, S58. S58. So these are all flannels, $8 a yard.
I perked up when I heard orange.
Oh, it's orange, Phyllis.
It's orange.
Well, anything to perk you up at this point. Here are here's some. Devin thought it would be funny to put them on the ground for me.
There was nowhere else to put them.
S113 is $12 a yard. This is a brand new one I had to buy because I needed binding for something. But this will be a great one for a background for wool work.
Really?
And then S112 is $8 a yard. S112 is $8 a yard. These are Timeless Treasures flannels. Here's a Robert Kaufman, S110, S110, a Robert Kaufman flannel. And then S111 is a Marcus Brothers flannel. So we've got a lot of flannel. And I put up a design wall upstairs. So hopefully I can start pulling out the projects that I've got, all the samples that I've got, and put them up on the design board and get them done. But we'll do videos as we go so you can see the different steps. S57 is just a great brown, kind of a manly color. S57, S55 is a great gold. S55 is a great gold. Get some flannels for your blocks. Crochet with fabric. Oh, the flannel would be great to do the crochet with.
Yeah.
Flannel would be great to do the crochet with. Maybe I should put together some, not necessarily scraps, but some smaller pieces so you can make yours scrappy. That might be fun. But I was thinking after you showed us the jean one yesterday in class, Victor, after you showed us the jean one, I thought, oh, I already cut my 5-inch squares out of a batik, but I love the look of the jean crocheted blanket with the white yarn, the beige yarn. But Victor, can you use kind of clunky yarn, like the chunky yarn? Can you use the thicker yarn, or does it have to be the thin yarn? So many questions. Yesterday was so crazy, so I didn't get to listen. I know I took the dog for a walk, and I came back, and the whole class was gone. It was just me sitting there in the Zoom all by myself. S53 is snowflakes. S53 is green with snowflakes. And then S54 is a great brown and tan and black plaid. And then S52 is a black and brown and white plaid. S52 at $8 a yard. These are timeless treasures. $8 a yard. And then we do have the Mexican veer fabric. If you want to do something besides the 10-minute table runner kit that we have, there's Mexican veers. You got Frida on one of them, School on one of them, Cowhead on one of them, Skeleton playing a guitar on one of them. S50, I really should make a table runner for one of my girlfriends. S50, now that I think about it. And then we've got the hot sauces. S49 is hot sauces. S49 is hot sauces, which are Mexican beer and hot sauces are very popular right now. S48 is all your hard liquor, your brown and your white liquors, your liquor cabinet. This would be cute to make like a little basket on your bar with all your tools in it. I think so too, Charity. If you do the, I think that the chunkier yarn is too much for the regular fabric, but I think with the flannel or the denim, I think it would be really cute. I don't know. We're gonna have to experiment with that. And then we have one of these. If you want to do a 3 1-yard quilt out of flannel, we put together one of these. So S70 is here. Let's do $29. So that is less than $10 a yard. Less than $10 a yard. S70 is 3 1-yards, perfect for a 1-yard quilt, 3 1-yard quilt. And I only have one of those. S70, you could use batiks and jeans, alternate your blocks. That would be cute too. That kind of reminds me, Virginia Robertson, back in the day when she was designing for Princess Mira batiks, she did flannel batiks, and we put those together with alternating blocks that were jeans, and then we appliqued a little flower on the jean block. It was super cute. Yes. So many ideas, so little time. Gosh, we're gonna so Devin and I are going to QuiltCon at the end of February, and one of the lectures we're taking is how to get things done in the time you have, or something like that. And
Phyllis just fell out of her chair.
And I almost was like not going to take it because I thought, who can teach me anything, right? And And then I thought, you just might learn something. Why wouldn't you take that class? How to get things done in the time you have.
She will report back.
I will report back. Devin counted how many lectures did we sign up for in the 3 days?
13.
13 lectures in 3 days. We're going to come back so educated, you guys won't know what to do with us. I'm excited though, because we don't typically go as a consumer, we go as a vendor. So it's really exciting to go as a consumer this year and see what it's all about. Because like literally we've had,
point of view.
it's a very different point of view. And we've had a show for the last, we've had a booth at shows for the last, 18 years. So it's going to be really fun to go as a consumer. S44 is a chenille fringe. They call it a sweeper fringe. S44 is $1.25 a yard. It's just a cute little fringe, kind of looks like yarn. S44 is $1.25 for the fringe. QuiltCon is in Phoenix, Arizona this year. I know, Ann, I don't have time for a lecture. Me and Devin, we're making time. It's going to be a great bonding experience. We're going to make like a little family vacation out of it. We're going to stop. Well, my idea is to drive through Death Valley on the way, because I want to hit, my goal is to hit all 63 national parks in the next 9 years. So that means I have to do 7 national parks a year. So you better tighten your seatbelts and hang on, because it's going to be a whirlwind. So we're going to do Death Valley on our way to Phoenix. Okay, here is a fabric collection. Devin's got them at $12 a yard for that colorway. And then we have Kathleen, I will take notes.
Needs a whole binder.
You guys are going to be so educated from what we learn. S031, $12 a yard. These are just great blender backgrounds. Just great for, I use these a lot in the backgrounds of my appliques. So these ones here have a green tinge to them. This here has a green tinge also. This has flowers. This has little dandelions. S030, 5 of them in that collection for $60. Half yards are $30. Fat quarters are $19.75. So just great for backgrounds, I think. Although Carolyn Brock did a whole quilt out of this green colorway for her bedroom. So she did the green colorway, and she did a king size quilt like this. This is our Devon quilt. So you can do it out of the peaches, or you can do it out of the greens. We only have a few of these kits left out of the peaches. It is the quilt that's hanging up behind me. S35 is $55. S35 is $55. And the quilt is going to be 48 by 58. 45 by 58. This one Devin made a couple of years ago for us. And S031, you're getting two.
Hey, I was getting confused. They all look the same.
Those two are the same.
Just flip-flop one.
OMG. Here. We're going to just do these two because these are the same. Okay, so you've got 2, 24, 12, or we're going to do $5 on the fat quarters because we can't math right now. So these two are $24, $12 a yard, $24, $12, or $5.50 for the fat quarters. S032 is for the 4 1 yards are $48. Half yards are 24. Fat quarters are $15.50. Oh goodness, I'm confused at this point. I don't know how you guys at home are not confused. And anything that crawls would freak me out. I know what you mean. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see, Anne. If it's worth it, I'll let you know. We're not gonna spend. We're just gonna spend an afternoon there, so we can get out. We can hike a little bit and then head on to Vegas. But we're close enough that if it's amazing, we can always go back. Okay. Whoa, this is quite. Somebody put those in that. I'm gonna have to start double checking your work. This is seashells from last week. This is from the baby line.
They were there, and I got tired of opening them all up to check.
Okay, so you get this really great collection here.
In case you didn't notice, I had to pull like 4 already that didn't look right.
It's eclectic.
I was like, I'm not opening every single one.
Oh, Peggy says they camp there never again. Okay, so here is an interesting collection. S029 here. Just because it's so interesting, we're gonna do $11 a yard. Okay, $11 a yard. Great to beef up your collection. $27.50 for half yards. And fat quarters, we're just going to do $15. So beef up your collection with some great peaches and tans, some neutrals. Judy says, you're doing great, Devin.
I'm just trying to keep people on their toes.
Cherry says, it's called Death Valley for a reason.
This is the time to go, though.
Yeah, well, and we have to drive to Vegas anyway, so we might as well take a little detour. Then I can put my little rhinestone on my on the quilt, the National Parks quilt that I showed a few weeks ago. It has all the national parks on it, and I'm going to put little Swarovski crystals on them as we tour. So Death Valley, check. We'll do a video from there so you guys can see how miserable it really is. Okay, here is another art gallery fabrics eclectic collection here. S033, S033, S033. Mary Men's, that is true. That pinker one was a good spark. Okay, so these are art gallery fabrics. If you want to do a placemat, here is a cute little pattern with some chevrons. S43 is $4. S43 is $4. And we're going to have some fruit fabric that goes with this momentarily. It got out of order, so you guys saw it early. Here are what's left of the art gallery fabrics that are in the quilt that is on the wall behind me. S25 is $13. Anne says to skip Death Valley and spend it all in Vegas.
No.
Yeah, I'm just
Go
gonna
to Death Valley.
And I'm gonna say, Anne, the last time my sister and brother and I went to Death Valley, S26, we put all of the mother-in-laws and her best friends to bed because, well, they couldn't put themselves to bed, so we were the responsible ones. I know that's a little bit funny for you guys, but we put them to bed, and then we decided to catch a cab and go downtown, not to where the hotels are, but downtown. OMG. So if you go downtown at midnight, you know people can be naked. They draw a circle. The police draw a circle, and they can't go out of the circle. So you can go into the circle, but the performer can't go out of the circle. There was all kinds of things we learned that night. And I will tell you, when we got back to the hotel, we all said we really never needed to go to Vegas again. It was so interesting. Okay, S20 is just a great background fabric. The golf carts in Death Valley are the fastest ever. Okay, S21. This one is art gallery, but it kind of looks like a oh gosh, I can't think Morris fabric, kind of like a little bit like wallpaper. Okay, S18 is another great background. S18 is another great background. And then we have S23. S23 is a great orange. And then the same pattern, but in a dark charcoaly gray, S22. S22. Scotty's Castle, Furnace Creek, and Sand Dunes. Okay, we're gonna look it up. We're gonna find some amazing stuff. You guys are all gonna want to go to Death Valley on your next vacation. This is like a border print. You can see down here. So the two edges are gonna have a different print on them. It'd be cute for a skirt or something. S28, or the border of a quilt, or the edge of a quilt where you applicate something on it because it's a great kind of muted. S27, S27. Flash floods in the winter. Ugh. Well, we get flash floods here sometimes. S19, S19. It's going to be really nice to drive through it. Now maybe we'll stop there for lunch or something. We're going to see why it is a national park. S16 is the dandelions. S16 is the dandelions. It's a creamy with a green tinge and then the green dandelions. S17, we've used this fabric in a lot of things. Ooh, I hope the wildflowers will be in bloom, Suzette. That would be so perfect. We're not taking the motor home because we're staying in a hotel, like a half a mile-ish, 0.44 miles from the convention center. We're being real consumers this go round. S14 is a great background fabric. S15 is another one that's great for backgrounds or the lining of a purse. These are all out. Hey, Elena ABC, it's so good to see you. These are all art gallery fabrics. They're all art gallery fabrics. So the art gallery, I think, has the best feel right now. Fabric lines, manufacturers, they kind of all rotate, but this is super silky almost feeling. Super good quality fabric. Okay, I know you guys love fruits and vegetables. We have the fruits and vegetable line here.
You don't want them by color, you want them by fruit and vegetable?
Yeah, I would have done them fruits and vegetables. See, like, hang on a second. Just hang on a second. I got like this can go here with the olives, and then cherries can go with the peas. Okay.
You can only have one.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's still 5. Okay, so here is our fruits collection. S011, S011. You've got the chalkboard with the lemonade. So if you were making this table runner, this would be super cute to put in the center. And then you could put like the lemons on the outer side or whatnot. So that table runner would be cute for this fabric line. There are the fruits. And then we have the vegetables, the peas, the mushrooms, the olives, the tomatoes. I know tomatoes might be a vegetable. I'm not really sure. I'm not that smart. And it's always, every time you talk to somebody, it's changing. They're fruit, Phyllis says. It's kind of like Phyllis sent me a meme today, and it said, those that drink wine are going to die sooner or something. And then it said, but 6 months ago, my doctor said that 1 glass of wine will make me live forever. So you just have to go to the doctor. You keep finding a new doctor till they tell you what you want to hear. Okay? S012 is for the vegetables with tomatoes. Vegetables with tomatoes. The peas are super cute. S012. They're $11 a yard. $11 a yard for the fruits and vegetables. S012 is the vegetables. S011 is the fruits. It's perfect for it's perfect for a
The I Spy and the
market bag or
anything that the coasters, the mug rugs.
Yes. S09 is $12 a yard. $12 a yard for the lemonade fruit chalkboard fabric. S09. S09, S03 is for the olives. S03 is the olives. S01 is the mushrooms. An I Spy quilt would be super cute. Somebody showed me the other day, because you know we always think I Spy quilts need to be like bugs in a jar, or oh no, it was the bugs in the jar.
Bugs in the jar,
Bugs
but
in
the
the jar.
fruits in the
Yeah.
jar, the fruits and vegetables in the jar
Right.
look really good.
Yes. And she said, because it'd be like canning. And then she said she had a picture and she did hearts in a jar. And then she did something else her grandson was collecting, and she did that.
I lost my whole screen.
Okay, here, show them these two, and I'll go get her screen.
Okay. So 06 is the peas in the pod, $12 a yard, and 02 is the blueberries. Phyllis has had a hard day today. She had to have blood work. So that's all $12, and those would be a great background between light blocks. I'd put that as a nice dark. And mushrooms go with everything.
Table runners, placemats, aprons, pillows. Here is an art gallery fat quarter collection, S34. I know they love it when I open this up. S34. It's normally, I must have opened this one up already once because they've got it taped really good.
I'm never going to get that one open.
Okay. S34 is $58. It's normally $62, so you're saving $4. You know, every dollar helps. And these are the fabrics in there. Absolutely beautiful. You got some feathers. Art gallery fabrics are just my favorites. I let this one be a cute purse. You got some florals, some browns. Just yummy, 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 yummy. I don't know. There is, feel the difference, it says. It does not say how many are there, but
I counted 14.
14-ish. S34 is $58. S34 is $58. So if you want a fat quarter friendly, if you're doing a fat quarter project, this would be a great fat quarter collection. S34 is $58. S34 is $58 for the collection. And then we have,
They're on the table here. The other fabrics.
oh, the other fruit fabrics. Okay. So we have cherries. S04 is cherries. S04 is cherries. S05 is olive oil. S05 is olive oil on the chalkboard. Oil, garlic, great for pizza night or spaghetti night, Italian night. S10 is the tomatoes. S10 is the tomatoes. And S08 is the watermelons. S08 is the watermelons. And S07 is the lemons. S07 is the lemons. And that is, we do have more trims and things, but I think we might put Phyllis over the edge. So we're going to save these for another day. She's like, oh, okay, then we'll keep going. Devin says, it's 5:30. You can tell when, Devin is a lot like his father. You can tell when the time is ending. Okay, so we want to, I have some more of these heads. Okay, well, we have more of these heads for these cute little angels. If you didn't see the video on how to make these 5-second angels, they actually took about 3 minutes a piece to make. They're great to put on gift bags, or just put them in a letter and mail them to your friend, something fun for them to get. I literally made these in about 3 minutes a piece. You can watch on Monday. Monday we demoed it, and super easy, super quick. If you need any of the supplies for this, we do have a little bit of the ribbon left. We have the heads left and the rat tail. So if you need heads, S37 is $3.95 for heads. S37 is $3.95 for heads. And then we will show you the rest of these when we do a spontaneous live. Maybe if I can talk Devin into coming down to the shop on Friday, we'll do a spontaneous live on Friday. But it won't be till, I can't say what time it is because we're long arming in the morning. So it'll be after that because Devin doesn't, it's Devin's day off. He doesn't want to get up early. Sorry, girls. Okay, this is on the sale. These ones we're saving for next week. And let's see, we do have some patterns here. We can do some giveaways. Okay, Devin, you scroll. Just put the camera down facing here so they can see what we're giving out. And then we're going to write these names. What happened to the spool of tape? Okay, so we have, give me the names, Devin. We have a Scrappy Cabin. Mary Men's. We have a Quilt in a Day t-shirt quilt. Suzette. We have a Lizzie Be Creative. Well, there's two Lizzie Be Creative, so I think we're just going to do those together because I think it might have been, I don't know, we're doing those together. Whoever wins that.
Elaine.
Okay. The French Roses pattern, you guys just bought those the other day. Elaine. And you need doll beads on the Fairy Angel. Oh, yeah. So if you're doing the Eleanor pattern with the appliques, I don't know if Ann posted it on the Fabric Chicks Stitch Along.
Mary Lou.
But she used these doll heads and she put it on the quilt block on the fairies' heads. It was the perfect size. Super cute. Okay, so we have See and Sew Tote. See and Sew Tote is going to Linda ABC. I don't know. That seems like it's missing something. Here's another of the French Roses.
Barb Stovner.
And then we have, it's all covered up, one pillow, many different looks. Going to
Linda Meyer.
You're welcome. And then here's Hotspot Quilted Trivet.
Judy Spivey.
And High Time for Tea.
Peggy Cato.
Oh, Peggy should have won this one. Basket Bonanza. That's right up her alley. Here's Half Baked. Half Baked. And
Connie Wiggins.
Well, Connie's never gonna make a quilt again ever in her life. Here's Basket Bonanza, an embroidery quilt. A quilt that's been embroidered. Oh, that's perfect. She likes to embroider. Pickpockets. Pickpockets quilt. That quarter friendly, perfect for holding children's artwork.
Suico.
Petite Evening Star. No diamond, no diamonds, no Y seams. Oh gosh.
Evelyn.
And then we have Paris Flea Market finds.
Victor.
And Palm Beach Retro Quilt. Palm Beach Retro Quilts.
Rhonda.
And then Off-Road, a cute little boy quilt. I mean, girls like to off-road too, but I think of it as a boy quilt.
Charity.
Oh, that's perfect. She's got a billion boys. Abby Lane, Obiladi. Obiladi. I don't know. I'm not educated enough to read that upside down.
It's a Beatles song.
Oh, can you sing it for us, Phyllis?
No.
Okay. Quilt Tissue Go, stained glass. Quilt Tissue Go, stained glass. I know, Laura, there's so many patterns here. We are literally like just cleaning house, skipping squares, afternoon delights,
Christy Lee.
and then Lobby and Rose, and then here's a
Stephanie.
Kimber Bell. Let's go fly a kite bench pillow. And then we've got that many more that we're gonna save for our next time. All right, that's all we have for today. We are so glad that you joined us. We will be doing some hopefully spontaneous lives. We will check Fabric Chick Stitch Along. We will have a silent auction that will go through the weekend. It's already posted to go live on Friday at 10 a.m. And we will see you soon. Have a great night. Go sew. Go sew, 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 sew. I want to see what